I think we should go into the question of what this is, because in our ordinary common sense, we think of time as a one-way motion, from the past, through the present, and on into the future. And that carries along with it another impression, which is to say that life moves from the past to the future in such a way that what happens now and what will happen is always the result of what has happened in the past.
Bark and slay the course, pen is sharp as when the flame of force. I'm creeping through these screaming oaks with only aim and chords. Must have a fate, predict the message that the Tempest laid. Before a rebel in this mental when the dead parade. From out the miss attack, fist lacking hits. They say the magic in the grit, the max grip from the last riff will never fade. Lost in the future, twist a set of blades. Only pull the lever to stack devils in metal graves. I roam to tame the beast throughout the ages, but decayed feast. Never knew this rage until it came to be. I seek the battle as I scatter the plasma, the mark, the gravel, scar the future like the judge's heartless gavel. But my fate unravels, won't accost until I'm lost within. I take the ball, but any fall could let the conquered win. And since the dawn of sin, the only room of the dead roam. Set stones to mark until they rot with the death flows. I felt the message in the dark of the cathedral. The dark perceived the evidence so sharp I couldn't bleed. Although I met the mace within these walls that I forever seek. Death with the spark, it's like I'm calling on the enemy. I felt the message in the dark of the cathedral. The art protects with repellent, so heartless when I speak. Although I met the beast within these walls that I forever seek. Death is a target, but the prominence was meant to be. Now as I dent the X, strike on the yak, but the essence with the right, but keep it light with the laughter. When they fight a master, Lord dripping, ignored victims get cut from left to right. I'm glowing bright with this form, sticking to what I know. Woke up below when the point shown. They caught the void, I paint the picture vivid like Donald Goins. The honest join, cup of the promises, final voice. The conjuring the dominance, consciousness was a novice choice. Conquest of forlorn, dark peasants ignore the form. Caught within invention, pleasure and potent lore. Amongst the lost, I crack the vault with the swords and stores. The knowledge of the ominous dark arts atoned before. Incapacitated patrons lie beneath the vacant. Dead but awake, their minds been tainted since the Middle Ages. Enter black when creep like the endeavors of high masons. As time faces measure my mind racing, I'm gone. I felt the message in the dark of the cathedral. The dark perceived the evidence so sharp I couldn't bleed. Although I met the beast within these walls that I forever seek. Death with the spark, it's like I'm calling on the enemy. I felt the message in the dark of the cathedral. The art protects with repellent, so heartless when I speak. Although I met the beast within these walls that I forever seek. Death is a target, but the prominence was meant to be.
As we go back into the past, and we go back and back to prehistory, and we use all kinds of instruments and scientific methods for detecting what happened, we eventually reach a point where all record of the past fades away.
BK. Donny, you're out of your element. Shut the fuck up, Donny. Donny, shut the fuck up.
Saturday.
Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people.
Brave wax.
As I approach the final battle, unhinged I've seen this time unravel. Can't look behind cause it's just my own shadow creeping up. Study the patterns, I've seen this freak erupt. To double any pain I've ever felt. I've used the reach to bust it over and over. I slash with flow to harm the altered beast. Reclaim our time, I must avenge the fall and stop the feast. I hope this dark will cease. I won't continue this insanity. Personalities banishing reality into the void. My team equipped with the best. Use what we've learned to have this journey next to rip through his chest. I never miss like the rest. Within the monster, death has made him stronger. Listen, human conscious stretch to taunt the rest, decay the honor. So with every breath I bring the rage. This confidence inside our hearts, a spark within this gauntlet of pain. That's where it stays. I'm trying to calm this deadly rain so we can live again. Dominance set the gauges, but these pages they rekindle sin. On the final battle as we reach the peak where time unravels. This dark so deep can't even speak to leave my mind in shambles. Fight to die. There's ways to find the leap in my rebellion. My vision weak, I use a dream to seek and smite the hellion. The final battle as we reach the peak where time unravels. The dark so deep can't even speak to leave my mind in shambles. Fight to die. There's ways to find the leap in my rebellion. My vision weak, I use a dream to seek and smite the hellion. I'm growing weaker by the second, fighting through the pain. A step away from dawn, the intervention step to move it straight and tip the scale. This quest a lesson to prove and fail. The monumental fate to beat the essence that we knew entails the constant damage. Forget my thoughts and slice the heart with malice. With every cut I breach the crust and reach the dark enchanted core. Through the score I see the weakness as the monsters leaking. Coming to seek magenta as I cultivate these final teachings. Deep in my heart I feel this valor that we've lived for years. Countless hours gaining this power needed to stint as gears. One final stab to end the madness as we conquer time. I feel the pride and hear the final crack. I see this monster die. Final battle as we reach the peak where time unravels. The dark so deep can't even speak to leave my mind in shambles. Fight to die, there's ways to find the leap in my rebellion. My vision weak, I use a dream to seek and smite the hellion. The final battle as we reach the peak where time unravels. The dark so deep can't even speak to leave my mind in shambles. Fight to die, there's ways to find the leap in my rebellion. My vision weak, I use a dream to seek and smite the hellion.
Throughout the ages, the reign of his heartless rule plagued every living being on earth. Constant pain enslaving all, until a collection of brave souls breached the hollow realms of time and rose to conquer the beast's almighty force. Armed with pure perseverance and valiant skill, their names will be forever engraved upon the golden plates of time as true heroes of the ages.
When I part these dark arts, the shark barks living in the black, the scarred heart belong furl. I'm living deep in this torn world, yeah. I'm steady digging as I'm reaching for stone knurls. My dome twirls as I creep in this cold dirt, cold vert. But yo, I know the preacher below worse. I crawl deep as I leap in the false steep beyond weak. Feeling so anemic, a long creep and dawn reach. With origami, I'm showing this art. Make 'em full of origami to pull them apart. I feel the knot inside my stomach when I cut the drum. And yo, so I just preach with this ominous flow when I bark. The past haunts when I creep in the carnage. Harness far but deeper when I leap at the target. Called upon to teach him with the grip of the darkness. All the dawn is sticking when they rip at the carcass. Yeah.
I've seen these crumpled walls unleash the beast inside. I hear these muffled calls. I crack the vault and reach through time. I dug a subtle grave. It's one for all. I lead so blind. I crack this puzzle deep beneath. That's where these demons lie.
Faded when I'm up on the platform with back score, rocking the task force, dark black react raw. I got the route that they ask for, transform. I'm on it with the dominance of prominently max form. Fast forward when I bash the spear, rock cut from rare stock, like swiss off the rare hall. I see the pinnacle of suddenly gears dark. I set the dawn upon him when I summon the flare hall. Yeah, I'm from the bottom like a gunner would run him, and that's a plummet to the grave and I love it. I stay above him, deep in the rubble. I take him and I shove him. People beat in the tussle, they sleep in a muzzle. I breathe with the trouble, cause I'm the hardest. I kill the target, flipping left without the will, like I'm flawless. They just building the harness with a hard fist. Into the darkness, rip my conscious flip. The final battle calls to shift, I dawn the miss.
I've seen these crumpled walls unleash the beast inside. I hear these muffled calls. I crack the vault and reach through time. I dug a subtle grave. It's one
come to this. Therapy sessions for families. Psychologists' offices might get more crowded.
I'm going to say no, and I'm going to explain to him how people market things to make you spend more money.
I touch the freedom, take the chance, let the darkness dance. Muster courage through the dust to mask the taste of wrath. I came to change a shade of gray, adjacent to the pain that's never leaving. I'm caught screaming the Satan's name alive when I sleep. I'd rather rise and coincide with the weak, yet I'm unwinding like it's time when it creeps. The dark's climbing, see the tyrant speak his mind, and my thoughts are dignity decided by these blessings. My lost guard forever haunts me. Play the rebel like Dylan, let it sever. Never meant for the willing, measurability with madness. For those who keep depicting the path, it's a proven fact. You must inflict the wrath to teach a savage shit. So coming alone would make the weakness shine. Lead to find my need to cut my teeth or travel deep within these evil pines. They seem anemic when they bleed and cry, but what I'm seeking just to leap in this grieving mind divine. Forever vexed upon this quest to meet the reason, but the clock misleading. I seek the meaning as we leap through time. With every beat I feel this evil hide his fiending eyes. Deep inside, calming the beast, longing to steal the prize. Forever vexed upon this quest to meet the reason, but the clock misleading. I seek the meaning as we leap through time. With every beat I feel this evil hide his fiending eyes. Deep inside, calming the beast, longing to steal the prize. Arrive awakened to this never halting consecration. Decay the faults, I found a metal called the dawn, the matrix. Rise to bleed it, rather fight to feed the die for greed. Conjuring the counselor's mannequin, what's the highest need? Days pass, aim fast, follow the same black bat. Retract the aperture, this calling displays that. Remain stacked, follow the grains of time, showing only courage as we flourish through the pain that state the name defined. I eat the plates and grind, parading through the scape the Cato created. The culture rape to have my way with the jaded. Ungracious degraded, anonymously cast upon the meek to slay the weak that hit the grave when invaded. I break to catch my breath, fix the blade that calmly set the depth. I'm out the frame, I slay when any interceptor steps. The level crucial as I shovel these seven pests with metal necks, seeking out the truth where the devil slept. Forever vexed upon this quest to meet the reason, but the clock misleading. I seek the meaning as we leap through time. With every beat I feel this evil hide his fiending eyes. Deep inside, calming the beast, longing to steal the prize. Forever vexed upon this quest to meet the reason, but the clock misleading. I seek the meaning as we leap through time. With every beat I feel this evil hide his fiending eyes. Deep inside, calming the beast, longing to steal the prize. Open eyes, only awakened by the sound of hunger. Deep into time, I must erase this vicious cloud of thunder. To speak the tragedy beneath the sharp and darkened rubble. Constant muzzle, long with my thoughts reach, but often puzzled. I sit and wait for the day to break, but they dislay with hate and pray for their decay. Parlay across the demon's scape, 7 days the same wrath. Snakes trapped, I dwell so deep within this fragrant hell, adjacent to my way back. Will this desertion be the end as I question? Watch time bend together, reads away, keep my aim pinned. Below I feel the tune so monumental when they play grim. Games of the same, stuck in this haze as we parade in. The death advance, but only violence or forever chance to set the tone with teachings from the highest monumental plan. No set demands, but the feast on like man is banned. Woke I sink my teeth to grip this evil with these damaged hands. I'm crawling deep beneath the obsolete, but never falling for the speech. I keep the bomb inside my palm and reach. Speak the calm until the comet leaps, and keep the promises lost on is upon the feast. I'm crawling deep beneath the obsolete, but never falling for the speech. I keep the bomb inside my palm and reach. Speak the calm until this comet leaps, and keep the promises lost on is upon the feast. I smell the octane, conquering the challenge, but the balance that was taught was just a dot in this soft maze. Eradicate the ravage, but the famished stay buried in haste. Across the area to clear it, then carry the waste. Choke on this rotten fate, while getting stronger, but no longer will I follow these hollow convictions on the grave. Monochromatic as the dust degrade, lost between the prominently vacant and this way I let my conscience rave. rage. So have I lost it? Maybe, yo, I pop the lock with a Xavier. Then live this constant mainly awkward as they call like scabies. I slay the host like it's Carson Daly. Will let my own atone to hold the post. I'm ghost choking the calms and crazy live again. Even the darker crack this brittle frame. Run from out the miserable integral, then pollute the way it's won the lesson. But just a pawn within these godly peasants. I know my call and fall until the dawn of obsolescence. I'm crawling deep beneath the obsolete, but never falling for the speech. I keep the bomb inside my palm and reach. Speak the calm until the comet leaps, and keep the promises lost on is upon the feast. I'm crawling deep beneath the obsolete, but never falling for the speech. I keep the bomb inside my palm and reach. Speak the calm until this comet leaps, and keep the promises lost on is upon the feast. Lost up in the omen, black uncanny, just a shadow of a man. I only conjure with the flow, contract, alone react, contemplate the oldest facts. I'm at the beast, sharp and deep, consuming souls intact, alone in chains. The trial thickens, open face, but as a cloak parade, they ship me with the enemy and stowed away. Beneath the tower, the plot grips. There's something in the way I seek the meaning, with the mice and the drip from the ceiling. Forever dark until the day that I was led to walk the catacombs. I'm meant for this intent inside the devil's spark. The malice known for the torment is the callous and the valiant mark. The shroud corruption evident was never taught. A vet and string, I'm meant to roam through at the reverence. I hope intelligence will slip away with malevolence. Never bow to the machine, seeking freedom and weakness. With each slash, the effort they see smiths. I preach death, lost my fate within a tower, then escape with a blade. I guess a lesson for the valor, no mistaking the name. Each decision that time shapes, so deep in the pain. Beat the game, won't catch a damage if you creep with the flames. Lost my fate within a tower, then escape with a blade. I guess a lesson for the valor, no mistaking the name. Each decision that time shapes, so deep in the pain. Beat the game, won't catch a damage if you creep with the flames. I left the adversaries lurking as I carry this burden across the barren scape of yearning. When catastrophes flirting, they met the madness when the beast unfurled. Drink for the max, rate so tragic, every stab it's like we teach the world. The travelers attack with hammers in the back. The mana was his wrath infliction when the phantom grow and slash the facts. Building this crack still, the massacre reacted just a shadow of Maxwell. We capture, I just laugh and subtract. I keep the ether on my side like I was stabbing Jay. I let the malice rain and built to bleed, they couldn't fathom pain. The ducts inside my lungs are hard and crust, I had to break. I'm coming to lift the darkest rift, I summon rust to damage fate. Now as we leap into this blackened land, the back was playing, no stalling, the lost bleed upon this captured sand. I seek the meaning in these sculptures as I crawl within. I'm caught between the vultures, this last culture indulgent sin. Lost my fate within a tower, then escape with a blade. I guess a lesson for the valor, no mistaking the name. Each decision that time shapes, so deep in the pain. Peep the game, won't catch a damage if you creep with the flames. Lost my fate within a tower, then escape with a blade. I guess a lesson for the valor, no mistaking the name. Each decision that time shapes, so deep in the pain. Peep the game, won't catch a damage if you creep with the flames.